Alright guys, it's me again. I'm back here making videos about this game. Not that you would know that because I'd never put any videos out on this game on the channel, so this is probably the first one you've ever seen. So if you've not been here before, my name's Hayzink. I make content for this little game called Street Fighter Duel. That was the worst introduction I've ever done, but you know, I like to try and vary them so that people don't just get predictable and start reciting what they think I'm going to say. But anyway, what do I talk about today? And this is more difficult for this game. I usually always do this with games, right? But it's what collabs would you like to see come into Street Fighter, right? So we've had Monster Hunter. We've not had, we're getting Devil May Cry, right? So there's a clear path there, Capcom, right? So while it's not 100% necessarily going to be the case, it does certainly seem like any collabs that come in this game are going to come from Capcom related products. And in this video, I want to talk about the two products because I don't want to steal them all, right? I don't want to take them all. I don't want to stop you guys from being able to post down below what you want, because that's part of this video. I'd like to know what Capcom franchises you would like to see crossing over into Street Fighter Duel. But for me, I'm going to talk about the two most wanted that I want to see popping up in Street Fighter Duel, okay? I'm going to start with the one that I want, but the one I'm keeping till next is the one that I really want, right? And I'll probably tell you a few characters I'd like to see show up, right? But for now, let's start off by talking about the first game that I would like to see showing up in Street Fighter Duel and how I would like it to work as well. And the answer to that is Resident Evil, right? Probably a no-brainer for a lot of people. However, I would like Resident Evil to show up in a way that maybe some of you haven't considered, right? I would like Resident Evil to show up in the same way that Monster Hunter showed up. I don't want them to add characters like Leon to the game. I don't want them to add Jill to the game. That's not what I want. What I want is I want them to do what they did with Monster Hunter Ken, where they take a character like, off the top of my head, I'm leaning towards Cammy, right? But I feel like Cammy gets a bit too much attention. So let's say Chun-Li. Chun-Li as Resident Evil 1 stars Jill. I'd summon for that. Would totally summon for that. 100% be down to get that character, right? Would 100% be right up my street. Someone like Ryu as Chris Redfield. Money right there. I like that kind of crossover, right? So to me, even though it's a cosmetic thing, right? With super attacks and stuff like that, they can mix in other elements. They can bring other elements in like shotgun attacks, which is a bit weird for a game like this, right? But really, is it someone shooting someone with a shotgun? Is that much different to throwing a fireball at them? I don't think it breaks the game. I don't think it breaks the realism of big punchy men with flaming fists and upside down spinning girls. It can totally work. Why not? So, Street Fighter. That's my first one I would like to see appearing in... No, Resident Evil. See appearing in this game, right? But, specifically the way I said. So, crossover style. Give us characters. Maybe make one of them free to play. I mean, hey, imagine that. Imagine there was an event where you could actually grind a character, not have to summon. It was just part of playing the game. You grind, get that character, and you can use them. Mind-blowing, I know. But if they'd done something like that, it would be awesome, right? So, first one I want, Resident Evil. The one I want most, now I've mentioned this before. I've mentioned this before. And I want it in its purest form. I want the characters. So unlike the last one, where it says crossing over, this time, I want the characters. For me, that would be Darkstalkers. 100% Darkstalkers. I feel like Darkstalkers needs to be in this game. 100%. Now, I don't mind if they mix and match, right? Like, for example, give us Morgana straight into the game. Boof. No messing, just give us Morgana, right? But if you want to do a secondary character, maybe you could do someone like Sakura as Felicia, right? Felicia's like the cat character. She's got quite of a youthful motioning, because she's a cat, I suppose, right? I feel like maybe not the dressing way, because I suppose that may be a bit of an age concern there, but just the way that she motions and the way she moves, I feel like it would work for Sakura, but now I'm really questioning that in my head because it might be a bit lewd and Sakura's a bit young. Take that back, we don't want Sakura as Felicia, that could go wrong very quickly. Sorry Cammy, we're doing it to you again. Cammy, we'll make Cammy Felicia, something like that, right? That would work. We've got Dimitri, the vampire. Put them in a game, right? I mean, I don't know how many characters we get as crossovers. I mean, Devil May Cry, I think it's just Dante. Maybe? I don't know if they added Virgil and stuff like that, right? But you've got Dante. On Monster Hunter, you just get Ken. Maybe I'm asking too much, wanting more than one character, right? But I do. Give them to me. Seriously. If I don't get Morgana in this game, I'm going to riot. Like, straight up going to riot. It's money. I mean, I'm not concerned about how much money they make, but I want to throw my money at them if they put Morgana into the game. She works. She's got history. She's got history with the Street Fighter crew via Marvel vs. Capcom, but still, like, let's be real here. Without Street Fighter, there is no Marvel vs. Capcom, because Street Fighter vs. X-Men led to the birth of Marvel superheroes, which then spawned a franchise. But none of that would have happened if it wasn't for Street Fighter vs. X-Men. So let's be real here. Even though Morgana didn't come into it until it was Marvel superheroes and Marvel vs. Capcom, Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff like that, the link is still there. She is still viewed by a lot of people as being able to fit within this world. And that, for me, is the #1 crossover that needs to happen in this game. Right? I would love, I mean, absolutely love to see things like JoJo, right? I know that sounds bizarre. Hey, I didn't even mean that, by the way. But JoJo technically could happen. And the reason I say that, and it would make sense, is because Capcom made a CPS-free JoJo's Bizarre Adventure 2D fighting game. It was built on the CPS-free system, which is what they used to make like Street Fighter, Third Strike and all that kind of stuff. And it was Capcom. Clearly there's licensing at play here, right? But it's not that alien. It's not as if you're going to go out there and say, you know what, I want Kratos in this game. I mean, that's a bit wild, right? Because there's no like link there. But JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Capcom, 2D fighter, CPS free, made famous by Street Fighter. Well, anyway, that could happen, and like you could draw a line, like you could actually draw a Venn diagram that shows how that makes sense within the world of Street Fighter Duel. But that's never going to happen. Well, I would throw my money at the screen for that one harder than Darkstalkers. So when it comes to making your suggestions down below, you know what to do? Give me 2. Give me what you would love to see if you thought that this game was going to give you collabs that didn't have to be tied to Capcom, which in the future maybe they won't, but right now it certainly looks like they will. And if you go with Mega Man and stuff, it seems to be the way they do these things. So tell me what Capcom franchises you would like to see in here, but don't just say Dead Rising. Tell me why. Tell me what you would want. Tell me how you would want it and how you would like it to appear, right? Don't say make it free to play, right? Because we all want that. I mean, what kind of characters would you like? Would you summon for it? And do you think that people as a whole would be interested in your collab idea? This is just a fun video. Chatting, sharing my interests with you guys, getting you guys to share your interests with me. It'll expose a little bit of your Capcom history to me. It'll let me see, are you one of the real ones? Or did you just merely jump on board when Beautiful Joe became popular on the GameCube? You know? That's the type of thing I want to know. I'm giving you names here, guys. I'm telling you things that would work. But let me know in the comments down below what Capcom, what standardised. You're not allowed to give me a standard one without a Capcom one. I'm ignoring it if you do, right? What franchises, what crossovers, what collabs would you like to see appearing in Street Fighter Duel? In fact, one quick one, I'm cheating here. Street Fighter 6, you know? This game's based off Street Fighter 4, but who says it has to stay that way? So we could get a collab with Street Fighter 6 and they introduce some characters you would not have expected to show up. That would actually be pretty cool, right? But back to the land of reality here. What do you guys think we could get? What would you like us to get? And what would you summon for? Anyway, I'm Hayzink. Let me know what you think of my ideas, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.